Hi everybody, welcome to Triple B. I have my yoga mat and a range of weights. I've got 10, 5, and 2.5s. Have your range of weights ready, and please step to the back end of your yoga mat. Take your feet as wide as the mat, arms down by the side, but exaggerate in and out. Take a moment here to close your eyes or just turn your gaze low. Come into the intention for yourself in this practice. Full breath in, full breath out. Say thank you to yourself for making this time and effort for Triple B. I know there's other things that you could be doing with your time. Full gratitude. Showing up is certainly the hard part. This month, last Triple B class of October, we're still here with the mantra of be imperfect. So don't worry about the real nitty-gritty specifics. Just enjoy that you are here, you are moving, you are with it. Open the eyes, reach the arms up to the sky, and then exhale, forward fold, touch down towards your mat. We're getting right into those Triple B sun salutations. We'll take it slow this first time as it serves as our warm-up. So into downward facing dog you go. Take your right hand towards the left thigh or all the way down towards the left ankle for twisted down dog. Hold it for a breath. And then right hand back down to the mat. Do the same on the second side. Left hand goes to the right thigh. Or trace a little bit lower. Look underneath the right armpit. Take a breath. And then set the left hand back down. Come forward to plank pose. And then nice and slow, 8 mountain climbers. Right knee goes in and back. Left knee to chest, round the back and back. Keep going. Right and back, left and back. 4 more like that, getting that nice cat curl through the back each time. Again, taking this slow. Last time. And then step your feet up around the hands, come all the way up to standing, and we're going for 8 body weight squats. The mat gives you a nice alignment here. I want to go pretty parallel in the feet. So if you have the outer edges of your feet right on the outer edges of your mat, you'll be in a good spot. Give me 4 more. Down and up, finding your full range of motion. Not speeding these up, trying to get way down in there. Each time at the top, squeeze the glutes. Whew, push the hips a little bit forward. And hands back down to the mat. Step back to plank. Lift the hips for down dog. Let those be their separate actions. Now bend the knees and walk the hands back to the toes. Inhale, lift up, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Walk it out to downward facing dog. We do this a few more times at a little quicker rate. Right hand to the left leg and down. Left hand to the right leg and down. Forward to plank. Mountain climbers. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step or jump to your squat. Go down and up. Another 8 times here. Get a little quicker with the movement. Still try to keep that full range of motion. Good squeeze and press at the top. 1 more. Hands back down, step back, find plank. Then dog. Walk the hands to the feet. Lift up, stand up. Already starting to feel that heart rate lift a little bit. Let's give it 1 more go for our Triple B sun salutations. Down dog twist. Forward to plank. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward to the squat. Let's get it done. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, plank pose. Downward dog. Hands to the feet. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. And hands down by your side. Take it in, maybe even close the eyes again. How are you feeling? Couple minutes in. Breath, heart rate lifted. Okay, give it all a full body shake. Come stand on the long edge of your mat with your feet nice and wide. Before we get into the weights, just a little bit more to warm up the full body. Take the hands at your waist here. Shift the hips one direction and over to the other. As you do that, start to just shift the feet side to side as well. Woo! We'll try to all keep our balance. I think I tried to go a little too quick. Shift the feet side to side. Just kind of play with this hip motion. It's like triangle pose, barely coming in and out. Again, be imperfect. It's okay. One more time, each side. Good. Take the feet in a little bit closer. We're going to keep a little bit of a side bend going, just side to side. Reach down. Pretty quick little pace here. Fingertips try to reach towards the knees or even a little beyond. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. And finally, hip circles, just full circles here. So really getting into a stretch along the front of the hip flexor as well as back. And circle the opposite direction. All right, so we're still working upper body for the main focus. But within all of that work that I just warmed us up in for the hips, you can bet that's going to come into play for us in class today as well. First set, though, good old bicep curls, just nice and simple. Select your weight size. I'm going to go with the largest set of weights that I've set out for myself and start there. Take your feet outer hip distance apart. We've got 10 bicep curls. Little bend behind your knees, arms fully extended down long here to start with. And then as you curl up, make sure you stop at the point that the elbows can stay next to your side. If those elbows start to lift and curl away from the side, you've gone too far. All right, here with me. I've got 2 and down. Make a count of about 2 up, 2 down, but you can kind of find your way here. You don't have to stay exactly with me. I'm on 5 and 6. Nice tone in the abdomen. 8, 2 more. Remember, full extension down each time. And then nice and safe, set the weights down. Give it all a little bit of a shake in a moment. Decide, okay, we've got a second set, exact same thing coming up. Do you want to keep the same weight? You want to feel as though you're about to fail right towards that last 9th, 10th rep that you're going towards. If you're like, oh, that's going to be too much, go ahead and lower your weight down. Okay, and let's go for it again. It's a palm open grip here. Hug in and down. Another great way to switch things up and stay with the weight that you have, but offer yourself a little bit more support is with a split stance. Take one foot a little bit in front of the other like I'm doing right now. And I've got most of my weight in that forward foot. Make sure you're not swinging the weights up and down. Go to your max here. All right, I don't know if you're counting. I think I'm on 8. Seems about right. 9 as it gets really tough here. 1 more in me. Okay, and again, after 10, set them down. Give yourself a moment. Even when you think you could just rush into the next set, that's telling you maybe you could go up in weight rather than staying the same or down. A little bit of mindfulness that comes in and taking that extra breath, giving yourself a little bit of a pause before now, our last set. And in the last set, I really am aiming for us not to be able to do that last 1 or 2 reps. If the weight size is available to you, that's the thought. If you can go up just a little bit, see what happens. Here we are, going for 10, 2. Interesting how resistance training work and that be imperfect mantra, it's like building us to fail. That's where we actually win, yeah? 5, 6, little different mindset. 7, 8. Ooh, you got it? 2 more, 9, last one. Not easy, set it all the way down. Okay, move on up to the top edge of your yoga mat. No weights needed for this next exercise. We're going to be switching off. Sometimes weights, sometimes not. So come to the top of the mat, nice clean space to work with. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Forward fold. Step back to plank. We've got a little combination for you coming up. I talked about those side body movements. This is all abs, obliques, as well as that stabilization and strength in shoulders and arms. Let's take it into hip dips. They go to the right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, just kind of turning on the feet. Keep going with hip dips here. Right and left, right and left. 1 more each side. Right and left. The combination. Take your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Stay in your plank. It can be toes or knees here for shoulder taps. Right hand to left shoulder. 1. Left hand, right shoulder. 2. Go side to side. Right, left. For 5, 6, counting up to 10, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Step your feet forward. Stand up, reach the arms high, and release it down. Again, taking that breath, 2 breaths, recenter, intention, mindfulness. And into set 2. So we're going to do the full sets of each exercise before we move along. 3 sets each time. Go back to your plank. Hip dips 10 times. Go right. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet broad at the base. Try to keep from swaying from side to side here as you go into shoulder taps. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time to walk forward. Stand up, that big full lift. Arms down by your side. 2 breaths. space in between, but a little bit shorter than when we're picking up the weights. Okay, find your way back to plank pose. Last time for these exercises. We got this. Hip dips again. You've got 8. Go right and left. You've got 10, I should say. And right and left. Right, left, right, left. Hold your center. Get those shoulder taps done. Y'all ready? Last round for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm happy to get that one over with. Walk the feet forward. Stand up, lift the arms high. And release the arms back down. Nice little shake out. Okay, 2 full exercises down. We're gonna pick up our weights again. This time, those bicep curls, I was using 10 pounds. I wanna cut that all the way in half. I'm gonna pick up 5-pound weights now. So think about half as much weight, if you've got those options, as you did for the bicep curls. Stand with your feet hip distance apart, little bend in the knees, tone in the abdomen, all the same setup as we did for the bicep curls. This time, thumbs point forward on your grip. So palms turn in towards the side. I think we've done this a few times throughout the month. We're going shoulder raise, just one arm at a time, kind of like a tick-tock. The right hand goes out and down, which kicks the left hand up and down. Right and down, left and down. Be careful here that you're not flying the weight, the hand, above the line of the shoulder. Only to the line of the shoulder. If you're counting these separately, we are counting to 20. I think I'm at 9 and 10. 5 more each side. Keep it going. Up and down. Up and down. Up, down. Up, down. One more. That's it. Shoulder raise. Flying out to the side. Set the weights down for a moment. Give yourself a break. The second round, and only for the second round, we'll go 2 arms up and down, all in coordination. The work of one arm at a time can help to even out discrepancies in the body, but also good to see how the range of motion comes in when both arms are working at the same time. So we'll have both options. Okay, I think we're ready. We've got just 10 lifts, 10 lowers here. You can do a same split stance as you might have taken in the bicep curls. I think I'm feeling good. Feet just hip distance apart, same weights. Little bend in the elbows is all we need. Come on up and down. Let's count it off. Up for 2, down for 2. Up, number 3, and down. Up for 4 and down. Up, up, down, down. We're here for 6. Work with your breath. 7. So I always say exhale out on the hardest part of the pose. Sometimes our exercise, that's a little more difficult to figure out. And in that case, you just keep breathing. Exhale on the lift, inhale on the lower. That's what works for me. All right, that was 10. Set them on down. Okay, for this last time around, evaluate what weight is best for me. Again, remember that third set, You want to work so much that maybe by the last round or two, it feels almost like we can't do it. We never want to hurt ourselves or come towards that edge in any strong capacity, just right up towards it. So I know, hey, I'm gonna give it a go with these heavier weights. I'm gonna go back up and see what I can do. And the best thing is that I can always go a little less. All right, one arm at a time. Here we are. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're here for 2 and lower. How's it feeling? You've got this. Keep it going. We're up for 4 and down. 5. I can feel I'm about to reach the edge with this 10-pound weight. See if I can do it. 7. Keep asking yourself, what's the right move for you? Don't overdo it. Stay within. Resistance training helps us to start to really create those boundaries for self. All right, did you get 10 in? Set the weights down. Shake it out. The great news is, after we've done something with the weights, then we set them down, and the next thing is weightless. I'm going to turn around. You, of course, do not need to, but just so that this is more easily shown in the back, reach your arms up towards the sky. And here, a little bit of scapula work and thinking those traps. I want you to reach a little bit higher, like shrugging your shoulders up towards the ears, and then relax it down. Shrug up, and the real work here is, can we relax and release down? You shrug up and release. Shrug up. Release. One more. Shrug and release. So the shrug and lift, we keep doing that. This time on the release, bend your elbows. It's like goalpost goddess arms. We're trying to squeeze here towards the tips of the shoulder blades as they come in. As you extend the arms, shrug the shoulders. Release the shoulders. Come into goddess. Do it 3 more times. Lift and goddess. Now, can you do it without shrugging the shoulders at all so they stay down even as the arms extend? And come back. Lift and goddess. Release the arms down by the side. Let it all go. This sometimes I work with like a very light weight. I'm not adding that in today for the purpose of how we've progressed this practice using weight and then not. But sometimes when I know I can really strongly feel and see my muscle activation, I'll add in like a 1-2 pound weight, something pretty light for this one. It's always more about mobility and getting the shoulder and upper back activation working right for us. So let's give it a go again. Again, the first 5 straight arms are just a shrug and release. Shrug and release. Shrug and release. If you're thinking, I don't know, this isn't hard, it's not supposed to be. It's about attention to detail and how we're working. Shrug and lift into goddess. Shrug and lift into goddess. 2 more here. Shrug and lift into goddess, and shrug and lift into goddess. Release the arms. Give it a little bit of a shake. Okay, friends, so I'm trying to give us like a little bit of a notch within each of these. Here's your option for the third and final set of this shrug into goddess arms. You can do it exactly like you are, and especially if you're still finding that mindfulness about what parts of the body are activating, you'll want to stay standing. The other, more challenging option that I'll throw at you is to do this from downward facing dog. So the shrug looks like a press of the hands down and forward and a lift of the hips higher. And then a little bit of a release. A shrug and a release. Good. Join me either in downward facing dog or standing. And here we are for 5. And release for 4. And release. Shoulders come closer to the ears. And release. It's from the traps working and squeezing there. Rhomboids. Now, the goddess arm play is like half push-up to full press straight. Half push-up to full press straight. So you can see where those same muscle activations are coming in. If you're feeling this all in the outer wrist, it's maybe a little too much. Try to work more through the grip of the thumb and the first finger. Okay, if you are in down dog, come on back up to standing. How we doing? We've got one more set of exercises using the weights. Whew, I'm taking a little extra breather before we get there. This is triceps work for the next one. It's going to be another one arm at a time motion. And I think I'm going to go for my lightest set. I set out a 2.5 pound plate as my lightest option of weights, and I'm going to use that one to start with. Maybe I'll be able to up the game. We'll see. But we want to make it nice, sure, and safe. I've done this before, but I think only once in Triple B. You'll have your right foot forward in a bit of a lunge, left foot back foot pretty flat on the ground, so it's like a short warrior one position. And then leaning forward, left hand onto the right thigh, and you create a bit of an upside down goddess shape here. Okay, and then the arm extends straight out and in. Keeping elbow to shoulder in the same height the whole time. A little different work in the triceps as it's more lateral in the motion. You're going for 10 on each side. 5 and 4. 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. So left foot forward, right foot is back, weight in the left hand. Take the free hand onto that front thigh, and there is a forward motion here in the chest, tone in the abdomen, always that belly button back towards the spine, and the upside down shape in the arm. I just got my COVID booster on this arm. I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's see. 1. Oh, maybe not too bad. It's more that overhead motion. 3, 4, 5. I know some of you wanted to take this class live, and I had to do the recording here for all of us. Keep going, as that booster kind of brought me down for a 24-hour period. I'm at 9, I think, and 10. Set down the weight for a moment. Check in with yourself. Do you want to stay at that same weight, up your game, or take it down? You know what? I actually have a 1.25 plate, and I'm going to use it here. And knowing that the other option is anytime in this resistance work, the range of motion, the flow of the motion is what we're mostly looking for. So when you want to take it all down, no weights, and go through the motion of the exercise, there is great benefit to doing that. And then pick up, add the weights as it works for your body. A lot of times that's the best way to experience brand new things, making sure you feel safe and secure before you start picking up external weight. All right, so here, my body's still finding its full energy and strength, so I'm gonna take the weight down. No shame in that ever. Back to the first side. 10 tricep extensions out to that lateral line. Out to the side. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right into your second side. Find your breath for a flow of concentration here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 2 sets down, 1 more to go. This is the last time you're picking up the external weight for this practice. So you can keep that in mind. After going down for 1 set, I'm feeling like, okay, let me kick it back up. So I'm gonna go back to my 2.5. I'm mentioning all of the weight sizes that I'm using, not because I need you to use the same thing, but as the knowing of the stair steps up and down where you might be around the ballpark of. Okay, let's get it done here. Last set with our tricep extensions for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second side, last side, and then we're gonna be totally out of the game here. That's feeling good to me. I can do it. 10 more, and I bet you can too. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. You've finished picking up the heavy things for this practice, but we still have a little bit more work to do. Remember all that side bending work we used for our hip dips already? Come have a seat on your yoga mat. And we're going into boat pose here, heels off of the ground. Squeeze the inner thighs together, arms out to the side. Can you balance all the way onto your right hip and reach your hands to the left? Hold it right there. Now, legs go straighter and back in. Straighter and hug. For 3 and in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set the feet down. I got some good news for you. Rather than 10-10 for one round, it's 10 on the right. We've got now 10 on the left, and then we're gonna break it up side to side for 10, okay? So second side, you go back to your boat pose, feet up. Option is feet down and to the side, and then still doing the motion up and down in the upper body. So it's that challenge to keep the feet up. We're here, weight on the left hip, arms out to the right, and then you straighten and bend the legs for 10. This is 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down. Give yourself a moment. Okay, rather than having to switch back and forth, you stay on the first side 5, second side for 5. Let's take the feet up. Let's see if we can all do it. Feet off of the ground, knowing it's just 5 at a time here. Take all of your weight towards the right hip, hands to the left. Let's get her done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Here, hands behind you. Lift the chest. So now you have a full month of upper body work, extensions, strengthening practices. These will be up in the hub for quite some time ahead. So remember, anything labeled October and Triple B is always going to be an upper body focused workout. Reach the hands forward. For November, Triple B exercises will be mostly focused on the legs and lower body. As we know, there's always a little bit of a mix of everything to make sure we are balanced. All right, tuck your left leg, left heel towards the right hip, cross the other leg over and into a twist. So we are into our stretch and cool down. Most of you come to this work second, yoga first, so you know the importance of the stretch and release. Not just on a off day, if you will, but in every day. Certainly after we've put in some of the resistance and different strength mechanisms that we do here in Triple B, important to have these moments to stretch and cool down. Switch your legs and try the twist on the second direction. Opposing twist. From here, let's take downward facing dog. So untwist the body, downward dog, kind of even ourselves out in this twist. In this pose. And then step the right foot forward to your low lunge and take the right hand high. With most of our yoga practices focused on back bends this month, let's just give a little homage here. Take the right hand behind your right head, lean back. Show off your upper body strength as well as the opening. So good. Go back to downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward to your low lunge. Take the left hand high into the twist. Hand behind your head. Lean back ever so slightly. Okay, one more time back to down dog. Lower your knees. Do cat and cow. Offer yourself just about 60 more seconds of this practice. Sit back on your feet. You can tuck the toes or sit back on flat feet. Close your eyes, hands down along your thighs. From all of the lift, all of the extension, upper body strengthening that you have seen this month. Rest the eyes, rest the face. Let yourself smile. Thank you for this time. As always, for making the effort for the practice. It's the most important piece. And I'll see you again soon.